Hello guys, welcome. Today we'll be having a tutorial video on Bitcoin mining on Binancepool. So before we get started, kindly like this video. Thank you. What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin mining is the process of transaction confirmation in the digital currency system, in which the records of the current Bitcoin transactions, known as blocks, are added to the record of the past transactions, known as the blockchain. This in turn rewards the miners with a certain amount of Bitcoin per successful block he or she solves. The blockchain prevents the attempt to spend Bitcoin more than once, just as the traditional currencies have financial institutions who collectively confirm the transactions as they occur. So what equipment do I need for mining? You will need electricity, constant supply of electricity. You will need a mining hardware such as an application specific integrated circuit for mining or GPUs. You will also need a PC. You will need a mining software and a mining pool for you to collectively mine Bitcoin and be profitable. Successful Bitcoin mined, you earn 6.25 BTC. But in order for a Bitcoin miner to earn Bitcoin from verifying transaction, the miner has to first of all be the first miner to verify 1 megabyte worth of transaction, which is known as a block. 2. Solve a complex computational math problem, also called proof of work. That is, the miner tries to come up with a 64-digit hexadecimal number called hash that is less than or equal to the target. This all depends on the computer and hardware, as modern day Bitcoin miners use up-to-date application-specific integrated circuits and modern day GPUs to mine Bitcoin. Even with the modernized, up-to-date application-specific integrated circuits and GPUs for mining, it is quite difficult to mine Bitcoin. Considering the number of people joining the mining system, individual miners really get left behind in this race. This is because people are collectively coming together to mine in something called pool mining, and together they solve complex calculations collectively. In a mining pool, a group of miners combine their computing power to solve the complex calculations, and at the end they split the mined Bitcoin between the participants. Even with high-powered computing hardwares and GPUs, the chances of an individual miner to actually mine a block is pretty slim, despite the cash and electricity invested in the operation. You don't have the guarantee on when you get paid with a block, but you have greater luck if you are in a mining pool. Let's say you and the 9 other participants own 0.1% of the network's total hashing power each. That means that on average you would expect to find 1 in every 1,000 blocks, with an estimated 144 blocks mined a day. You'll probably find 1 block in a week, depending on your cash flow and investment into the hardware and electricity. This solo mining approach could be a feasible strategy. But however, what if this revenue won't be enough to turn a profit? Well, you could join forces with the other 9 participants we mentioned. If all of you combine your hashing power, you would have 1% of the network's hash rate. This means you could find 1 in every 100 blocks on average, which works out at 1 to 2 blocks a day. Then you could split up the reward and share amongst all the involved miners. Then everybody is a winner. So this is where Binancepool comes in. When you join Binancepool, you join forces with other participants in the pool and thereby combine your hashing powers together and mine Bitcoin with success rate in the Binance pool, you'll be able to get a reward after each Bitcoin is mined. How does mining pool works? Typically, a mining pool places a coordinator in charge of organizing the miners. They will make sure the miners are using different values for the nodes so that they are not wasting hash power by trying to create the same blocks. These coordinators will also be responsible for splitting the rewards and paying them out to the participants. There is a scheme for payout by the coordinator. One of the common payout schemes is the one called pay per share scheme. In this system, you receive a fixed amount of every share that you submitted. A share is a hash used to keep track of the work of each miner. The amount paid out for each share is nominal, but it adds up over time. In pay per share system, you're rewarded whether or not your pool solves a block. The pool operator takes on the risk, so they probably charge a sizable fee, either upfront from the users or from the eventual block reward. The second popular scheme is the pay per last earned shares. Unlike pay per share, pay per last earned shares rewards miners when the pool successfully mines a block. So when the pool finds a block, it checks the earn amount, the last earn amount of the shares submitted. This varies depending on the pool. So to get a payout, it divides the number of shares you submitted by n, then multiplies the result by the block reward, excluding the operator's cut. Let's make an example. If the current block reward is 6.25 BTC, assuming no fees are involved, and the operator's fee is 20% of the reward, the available reward left is now 5 BTC out of the 6.25 BTC. So if n was 1 million and you as a miner provided 50,000 shares, you would receive 5% of the available reward. Why do we use Binancepool? We use Binancepool because it offers lots of benefits. Binancepool gives a more decentralized mining field. Binancepool has global top-notch operating expertise. Binancepool has more secure blockchain network. Binancepool offers low fees and more comprehensive services to increase opportunities and enable miners to earn more. Binancepool ensures that their miners earn more with increasing opportunities to them. So once you're in this page, you have to first of all configure your mining account. You have to configure your mining account. So here you create a username, which will be the username you will use to operate your mining hardware. Let me put the username right away. So I created a mining account with Albert2021 and I hit on create. My account has been added. So my mining account is already added. So now for me to start mining, in the Binance pool, I will make use of this mining URL so that I will be linked into the Binance mining pool. So look at the URL area. That's where you insert the mining URL. Then for the worker, that's where you impute your username. That's where you put your username.